the patience, the wish, the creation, and the faith within. Beauty, passion, ambition, love. I am pure guidance. Success, adventure, abundance, luxury, peace. Hi, and welcome back to Pure Guidance. Let's go ahead and take a look at our Aquarius forecast for the month of July and the Cancer season. And for this Aquarius, I've already meditated on your energy as well as pre-shuffled the decks that I'll be using today. So we're going to begin with the one I normally use and then complement it with the other two decks that I have on the side. Okay, first card out, Queen of Wands. It looks as though we're starting off this Cancer season. So last 2 weeks of June, you might already start noticing this energy with a very, very positive and an optimistic look at life. What a beautiful start to the entire season. This is picking up on that lovely Sagittarius full moon that we saw in June, earlier, midway through June. And this was in your Gemini season, and yet we had that yet we had that Sagittarius energy present on behalf of the moon, moving into the Cancerian energy that is now present around us. And having said that, it's a very significant energy. It's very bold in nature. And for many of you, you might be feeling this in the sense that you feel ready. You feel ready to take on a new adventure, make a major decision of your life that holds extremely important to you, but you are now ready to make that decision. Either you're starting something, moving forward with something, whatever it might be. Queen of Wands is a very extremely bold personality that's coming into play here. And just the way that it is presenting itself appears very optimistic in nature. And Sagittarius, so I mentioned why the Sagittarius moon? Well, Sagittarians are known to be the optimists of the zodiac, and Sagittarius is a fire sign. Wands generally has to do with fire. So that's where that is coming from. And let's keep on moving forward. Those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. How this works is I just let the cards kind of fall into place, and then we talk about the different messages that are coming across. Okay, so I only look at the ones that kind of turn over and the other ones go right back. Anyhow, that's for some of you. And okay, so Queen of Wands, and then we also have the King of Swords. So some of you might actually be dealing with a Sagittarius. Doesn't have to be, could be another fire sign such as Leo, could be Aries. And then we have your energy, King of Swords. So this is more so that air sign energy of Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. And it feels like it's more, it's your energy in the sense that you will feel very directed in thought as to what direction you want to take. Okay, some of you, just keep that in mind. It's a general reading. So some of you are dealing with a fire sign and you're able to think straight as to what you want to do, how you want to move forward, and which direction you want to take with them. Because prior to this, it was a little bit conflicting of a situation perhaps, or maybe not that much so. Instead, it was just very, it was important. So it needed time before, you could say yes to something or no to something. Right? So I'm picking up on that, as well as for others of you, you might not be dealing with a fire sign, but instead what this is just recommending is that it's a positive forward movement where there's this amazing sense of direction and a very powerful thought pattern at play here. King of Swords, knowing what you want to do, knowing how to do it, and then moving towards that direction with a complete sense of knowing what it is you want and how you're going to do it. That crescent moon on his armor is representative of amazing intuition, using the intuition to your power. Cancerian season does that. The Cancer energy is very powerful in emotions. It is very powerful for many others. It's actually hard to deal with because stirs up so many emotions that it makes it so difficult to kind of navigate through that. But here you are, Aquarius, handling it so very well, perhaps because of the mixed Gemini energy that we have from earlier. It may have just really set things straight in the sense that, okay, now I know. So by the time you see this reading, more than likely you will have a better understanding of what you're wanting to do, and you might already be halfway as to making that decision for yourself. And as a result of all this wonderful thinking and great decision making that we're seeing here as well, notice both, it's king and queen here, right? These are your figures of authority. They know how to handle their kingdom. They know how to make the right decisions and then move forward. They know how to protect their decisions and people they are responsible for as well, dependents, right? That's kind of what it translates into. So regardless, this is basically saying that you should know what you're doing is right, right? Ace of Pentacles is here next. So Ace of Pentacles, this is your golden pentacle, representative of the kingdom that you wish to live in, that you wish to be actively involved in. This is bringing us to 8th of July, actually. So let's work backwards a little bit and then move into this energy. Let's touch on the new moon that's happening July 2nd. The new moon is happening in Cancer, and during that time, it's best to be setting your intentions. New moons are great for writing down your goals, right? What are your goals? What are your objectives? Do you have a vision board? Work on it. Spend time with it. But because this new moon is in Cancer, it's good to be focusing on things that mean a lot to you, to your heart, that are, things that you're deeply connected with. This could be stuff perhaps even related to your family, how you wish to see your family grow and mature, things that you have to take care of. Perhaps you're taking care of those that are elderly to you. Perhaps you're taking care of dependents, someone who's younger. Could be your own children, could be grandchildren. We talked about that a little bit earlier. So you might be dealing with a little bit of that. And so just bringing that forward, now we're moving into your 7th of July week, and that week is your retrograde begins. Your Mercury retrograde is starting, and the Mercury retrograde is happening at a time where there will be evaluation of certain things. So evaluating what the Ace of Pentacles means to you. What is your wealth? What is your abundance? What is your luxury? And then focusing on those things and then moving forward and acting accordingly. Queen of Swords is here, and it's asking you to get out there. Voice yourself, voice your opinion, say what you want to say, ask for what you want to ask for. This is your time to be achieving those things, receiving those things, being rewarded. All the things that you do want in your life, it's a great time to speak of what you want. And mentioning that, let me go ahead and give you a quick preview of customized affirmations. It's a service that I'm offering for a while now, but I thought I should just, spread the word and share with everyone who perhaps hasn't looked at my website yet or emailed me. But if you're interested, without me going further into details, let me just give you a quick preview, and then I'll explain to you why I'm talking about it. I am energy. I am the moon and the stars. I am a physical being, a spiritual being. I am water and fire, a vibrational being. Mind is all there is. I am all-seeing, all-knowing. So Aquarius, how did you like the preview? You may have noticed the affirmations are very different than what you may find. They are blended with each other, different tones are present, and I'm also using binaural beats in the background. The purpose of an affirmation is to reach your mind consciously, and the way I do it, I also want to reach it subconsciously. So really get in there. King of Swords versus the Queen of Swords. King of Swords is more so your subconscious, right? That's why we have the crescent moon. You notice that. Why? Why do we want to tackle your subconscious mind? Because your subconscious mind directly, indirectly influences your instincts, right? Your gut. Where does that come from? It comes from your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind picks up on the little things that your conscious mind doesn't. Perhaps you're walking by, you're on the sidewalk, you're walking, maybe you're walking towards your car, or you're about to enter your favorite store. And as you're walking through, you pass another store. And as you do, there was this, bright red jacket that was hanging there. But then you pass through, you go to the store that you wanted to go to. You didn't really notice that jacket, the red jacket. It was there. It's so bright. It's in your face, but you didn't notice it because you had a goal. You wanted to get to the store of your choice and pick up the item that you're shopping for. Later in the day, about 3 days later, what happens is you walk into a restaurant and let's say that you bump into someone and this person is wearing a very similar red jacket, and something inside of you says, oh, I need to, interact with this person. Turns out that maybe this person was in fact the chairman that you had a interview with, or you were going into meeting with. So it's just, everything is tied together is what I'm trying to say. And our subconscious mind has a way of picking things up, and it guides us forward, or takes us towards this direction that we didn't know that necessarily that this is the way to go, but it kind of takes that information, puts it aside to be recalled later. For those of you who are studying, you will see this very differently. Like you have a lot of books to read, and as you do, articles to read and scan, you're doing so actively with your conscious mind, the Queen of Swords. You're consciously reading that particular book and you're trying to memorize the information. Then you go to bed. The next day you wake up and you're like, I forgot everything. I really tried hard to study, but now I forgot. How am I going to do on the quiz or the test? You walk into the test, you give the exam, and you do amazing. You get flying colors. Why? Because your subconscious mind picked up on things that your conscious didn't. You might not consciously know what the force of gravity is equal to, but your subconscious mind will be like, oh, it's that number. I actually don't even have to look it up anymore. I memorized it. Your subconscious mind just automatically, it's like muscle memory. So anyways, affirmations work in a way as to really get inside your conscious and your subconscious mind. And they work in a way that they will help you direct your actions towards your wanting, working towards this golden pentacle here. So they help influence your actions in a positive way. They help raise your vibration in a positive way. And coming back to your conscious mind, the Queen of Swords, they also allow you to speak your truth. Speak of your desires already being true, so that you get into a place of receiving, right? That's how kind of the law of attraction and vibration work. So it's just a little trick that you can try applying into your life. See if you get results. You might not. You might get them right away. Really depends on your resistance level. If you have questions about that, email me, pureguidancetarot@gmail.com. Email me, tell me about your situation, and I can tell you then, recommend perhaps how long it might take before you can see changes happen in your life. For some people, it can be as quick as one day. It can be as quick as within the day you'll see results if you just listen to, for example, 21 minutes of affirmations. Seriously. Other people, it might take years before we can change and shift those things and really bring them into their life. Okay, I talked a lot, sorry. I was trying to deliver a point here for you because there's so much emphasis on the swords, so much, so much emphasis on words and thought patterns that I just felt it was important to communicate that to you. Now, these two cards fell out, but they were towards the bottom. So I'm going to read these as well, just the way they fell into place. They were facing up and then they kind of flipped. Anyways, okay, Seven of Swords, Sun card, and the Eight of Cups. Interesting. Interesting because you might feel as though you're swimming in lies. If you're dealing with other people, especially when it comes to other air signs, I wouldn't say it's a fire sign. It will be more than likely an air sign. So Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. one of those, or someone who is very projecting themselves to you, is very much in your face. They're like, this is how I feel, this is what I want, or they're just really, really out there. Swimming in lies, when I say that, because Seven of Swords can be reflective of deception. So just to watch out that they might say things that they don't necessarily mean. They might not be true to their word. It might not actually be reflective of what they will do in the future. They might be lying. So that's just something to be aware of, I would say. The fact that the Sun card also came into place is recommending that it might be really hard to deal with that. Because Eight of Cups is here. So emotionally, it might be difficult to deal with that. The Sagittarius full moon that just happened, the effects of that are going to last at least up to a week after the full moon. In fact, up to 2 weeks after. So going into July. In which case, it's an emotional time. It's an emotional journey. People are going to be saying a lot of things. They're going to be acting in ways that don't make sense. You know, we see lots of accidents happening during that time period because people are just kind of, they're being outrageous. They are acting in ways that doesn't necessarily reflect them and their true nature. So that's something you want to be aware of, right? You want to just know that and not make a decision, not go a certain way based on this other party that you're dealing with. The good thing is the Sun card is here, which means that you are being protected. You are being protected eternally by the universe, by God, the Almighty. You know, whatever your belief system, just knowing that you are being protected and guided towards the best of your future, towards things that serve your highest good. Whatever is meant for you will come to you, even if people are lying, even if it gets emotionally challenging and disturbing at some point. The Sun card is suggesting that no matter what happens, this place inside of your heart, this one place, if you can just find it within yourself and remind yourself that this is your safe place, right? Visit that place often enough to know and remind yourself that it's going to be okay. So during any difficult time, a difficult period, reminding yourself that it's okay will help at least bring you right back into the vibration of pure positive thoughts. And that's what you want to be doing when these things on the side kind of happen. Notice they're on the side, right? These are minor arcana. The Sun card is your major arcana. It takes the most precedence in your reading. It is the most mightiest of all forces compared to all these other cards that have fallen into place. So just this message of protection that's really, really standing out here for you is something to take in. Okay? It's something to take in. And then to remember that you can be the one radiating this golden energy, the golden vibration. It's so powerful. This is, it's summertime. At least in this hemisphere, and it's a time to be enjoying the sun. So letting yourself just be easy going about everything that's happening around you will also help things balance out on their own without any direct involvement from you. Instead, focusing more on subliminal messages and thoughts, right? Restructuring your own thought pattern, your belief system, just making it stronger, especially if you're going through a hard time. That would be the way to go instead of directly doing something about it. Okay? Having said that, yeah. Let's just move forward with the Ace and the Six of Cups that we have here. The only thing I was going to add was that this protection, this card is really coming out as protection right now. All of these cards have multiple messages attached to them. And I like to focus on whatever really stands out. So here with the Sun card, what's standing out is also the significance of, if you have dependents, then know that they're going to be okay. You're going to be able to do whatever you want to do for them. If you're taking care of the elderly, you notice, it's the first time I'm noticing, like it says father over here. I don't know if you can see that. you are being guided to be the giver during this time, during this month, and you will have that control, the power that you want to feel to be able to give. If you want to give, you can give. If you want to protect, you can protect. If you want to help someone, if you wish to be aid for someone else, then this is a great time for that, because you are completely being supported to do so as well. Like, you will be able to find the resources, the financial resources to do that. You'll be able to find the emotional support to do that. Like, nothing is going to bear down on you. Instead, it's only going to help add more vigor into your life as well. And as a result, we have the Ace of Cups and the Six of Cups. So this is after 14th of July, I would say, because we have the Sun in Cancer opposing Pluto in Capricorn. So we have this little bit of opposition that takes place because of the cards that fell into place, but we also have this beautiful harmony that's happening. It's that time period where even, you're going into the full moon. The next full moon is 16th of July. We have the full moon in Capricorn, and the sun is going to be in Cancer. So these are your two polar opposite signs, right? Two polar opposite signs. A lot of questions might come about. It's very interactive energy for you specifically, Aquarius. Because the way you handle this energy is different than all the other signs, like I was mentioning earlier. This is very, it's adding life into your life. It's invigorating. It's challenging. It is beautiful. It is loving. It is harmony. It is friendship. It's unity. It's coming together. All the pieces of the puzzle come together here for you and end up really overflowing your cup of love, your cup of joy, your cup of happiness and success in abundance, right? This is towards the end of July. You might feel like you are being loved, that you are loving and supporting other people. There's just so much love in your reading towards the end that it's so beautiful. Six of Cups can be reflective of someone from your past entering your life as well. Or just a really good friend that you might know, getting along with them really well, getting along with anyone pretty much that you're having a conversation with in just this beautiful, harmonious way. Conversations that are now taking place will be all the more aligned with each other. So overall, such a beautiful, wonderful reading. Under the deck, Aquarius, we have here Five of Pentacles. So there is a little bit of a shaky ground when it comes to finances. So some of you might consider, if you're going for affirmations, go for wealth affirmations, especially if you want to build on the Ace of Pentacles, or go for a manifestation exercise that I provide. It's basically like a guided meditation, visualization recording. It's a remote session that I do. Email me for information if you like. And yeah, because it's not up on my website just yet. Anyways, that's for those of you who really just want to build on your bank account right now. Because there's a little bit of a challenging situation. Five of Pentacles, Five of Wands. So events will not favor the growth of your financial situation unless you act on it, unless you do something about it, unless you work hard towards it and try to manipulate it towards how you're wanting things to look and feel, and to secure it in place in the Cancer season, the Chariot representing Cancer. So things can look better. There's a lot of hard work required on your end. You yourself might be thinking about the money that you have and how things aren't looking the way you want it to look. There's also events that are not generally favoring what you're wanting to accomplish, but there is a possibility of doing better, being better, accomplishing more. The more power you give it during the Cancer season, the more it falls into place for you. That's what the Four of Wands is representing. The harder you work, the more it's reflected in your life as well. The more structure you're giving things, the more stability you're giving things. So ultimately, it just depends on you. Okay? If you are dealing with a Cancer, the Chariot represents the Cancer sign. It doesn't have to be. Could be someone another water sign, Pisces, Scorpio. Or it could just be someone who has a really, really good sense of intuition and personal guidance, and their inner compass directs them really, really well. Then they would be the person to to talk to get advice from if you're looking for advice. They make a great friend during this time because they are dealing with this energy. If you know anyone that is, they're dealing with this energy in a pretty productive way. Like it's not as challenging. Okay? Yeah, or vice versa. You might be able to help them because majority of the Cancerians, it's interesting for them. I won't say it's too challenging. I won't say it's too easygoing. It's their birthday season, but it also comes with a lot of baggage. So if you want to be a good friend to them and really just help support them as well, then they could really use it. So for sure, go for that. Okay. Let us bless this reading further with adding 2 more tarot decks. We're going to start with this one. This is your Enchanted Map Oracle cards. Focus in on your energy, Aquarius. See what kind of general energy, how, the reading can be summed up into one card. So, yeah, okay. Stuck in the mud. Number 24. Notice the moon. I noticed the elephant, and I am noticing the bird. Stuck in the mud. So someone in the month of July during the Cancer season, this could be you, this could be someone really, really close to you, that might be stuck in the mud. And whoever this may be, stuck in the mud, the way the card, what it's trying to say is that there will always be a companion in your life, or you are the companion to someone else, and there will always be a way out. You just have to stick through it together. No matter what happens, sticking together will help you achieve and overcome just about any obstacle. One mind can complement another mind. You know what I'm saying? So that is the best way to deal with the situation. Let yourself complement each other if you're dealing with a partner, if you're dealing with a group of people, whatever it might be. Let the greatest minds come together and find a solution together. That's the best approach to this. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at affirmations for you for the month of July. This is the Magical Times Empowerment card deck set. Here we have Sanctuary that has fallen into place for you. And if you read the bottom, it says here, embrace the need for solitude. Your inner sanctuary calls you. Renew yourself and thrive. So to me, that really stands out as that message of protection, creating that personal space, protecting yourself, protecting your dreams, protecting things that you wish to accomplish in this lifetime. And sanctuary, this could be just you yourself giving yourself that time, space, and energy you need. It could also be just you providing a sanctuary to others as well. It's kind of like the theme that we're seeing here overall. Okay, so let's go ahead and read the card out here, Aquarius. Today I realize deeply that this present moment is all I really have, and that the now is my sanctuary. It has all the magic and happiness that I need. I let go of the past, for I am not there. I let go of the future, for it has not yet happened. I look within and find the peace and joy I seek in this divine moment, and I will flourish. Past, present, and future, we're touching upon that yet again. The Six of Cups, I brought this card out to remind you, to show you that these 3 cups are representative of your past. These 3 cups are representative of your future. And even the Six of Cups is reminding you that there is a balance between the two. The past flowing into your present, your future flowing into your present, everything just coming together as one whole, kind of like creating that sign of infinity. That balancing act that's now happening. Everything is coming together for the better, for your highest good. And that's kind of what we're seeing here. Past, present, and future. The focus is on everything and yet nothing, because the focus is on the now. Tomorrow never really comes. and yesterday always is, right? But if you think about that, tomorrow never really comes. Isn't it best that we just focus on the present? Something to think about. Okay, well, that brings us to an end to your reading, Aquarius. Something I would like to announce to everyone is please check out my merch. I love creating and designing, and so I designed this particular merchandise myself. There are t-shirts and sweatshirts and mugs and pillows, soft blankets that are up for sale. You can check it out. There will be a link that will show up at the end of the video, as well as there's a link in the bottom in description. And it is designed by myself. I hope you like it. And if you do, purchase it and then share your pictures with me. Once I have Instagram, that is, you can hashtag I am pure guidance, and we will connect, and perhaps I can showcase you on the website. But until then, everything is kind of still in progress. The merch is already available to you, so if you're interested, check it out. For those of you who would like a more in-depth reading or just want to know a little bit more, especially if you're dealing with another air sign or a water sign, or even a fire sign, but more so especially if you're dealing with another air sign, you just want more information, then you can always get a general reading with me that is personalized to you, and that is available through IamPureGuidance.com. Okay? So until next time, have a good one. Beauty, passion, ambition, love. I am pure guidance. Success, adventure, abundance.